Morning, Soma people out there. I wanted to take some time this morning to share with you a little bit about my morning routine. There's been a little bit of discussion on the channel and maybe just in your life in general about the things that we do to keep ourselves feeling good, feeling happy, feeling healthy, feeling grounded and sane. So a big part of that comes into morning routines, and I really encourage all of you watching and listening, if you don't already have some kind of morning routine, it's a really important practice to develop. And it can be something very simple, like a cup of tea. So I've started my morning here with a cup of warm herbal tea, and maybe that's it. Maybe you pour your tea and you carry it with you around the house while you putter and do your other morning things. But for me, part of my morning routine, something that's really important for me, is make my morning smoothie. So there's been a few requests for what goes into my daily smoothie, and so I thought I would share it with you. And know that it feels kind of intense maybe to watch and look and hear all of the things, but these are pieces that I've been accumulating to this bigger puzzle over a while. So I didn't just jump right in and start adding all of this right away. It happened over time. But I always start with frozen fruit, and I prefer bananas, mainly for the potassium, and also they just blend up really nicely. So I've got some frozen bananas in there. 5 little pieces. Let's see if I can, they're kind of frozen together, but a couple of pieces there. And I keep them in my freezer, buy them, cut them up, put them in the freezer, they're ready to go. So that's the base layer. And then I put my tinctures in. So I make my own tinctures, and I'm happy to talk with you about that. This is a reishi mushroom tincture. I'll put a little bit in. And the elderberry tincture that I also make on my own. And then right now, because it's the pandemic going on, I want to keep my immune system boosted. I mean, the reishi and the elderberry are going to do a great job of that, but I'm also giving an extra boost with some golden seal and echinacea. Golden seal is specifically really great for the respiratory system, so since this is a respiratory virus going around, I'm really boosting that. And echinacea, if you're not familiar with echinacea, you should be. Go get some. It's great for the immune system. So those are my little tinctures. I've also got some bee pollen here that I got at a farmer's market in Wisconsin over the summer. So bee pollen, of course, is considered a superfood, as many of you already know. So after I add those little tinctures in the beginning layer, I add the water. I have a water filter, as you can see here. Sometimes I use milk if we have like coconut milk or almond milk in the fridge. Chia seeds come next today, but sometimes I have flax seeds. So it really just depends on what I have around. And then sunflower seed butter. I used to use peanut butter all the time. I'm a peanut butter fanatic, some of you may know. Jenny Showalter Miller certainly knows that I'm a major peanut butter fanatic. But I switched to almond butter, I switched to sunflower butter a couple years ago. And I like the flavor and the consistency, and I think they're a little more sustainably harvested than peanuts are. And peanuts are moldy, you know. So, okay, and then we get to the big mama, my protein powder. So I'm certainly not endorsing or getting any money from the Vega people, but I love Vega 1, and I've been using this for a couple of years. I went through probably every plant-based protein powder on the grocery store shelf for a couple of years while I was figuring out the best one. And I do think Vega takes the cake. And that's it. I put the lid on. It's going to get loud for 30 seconds. That was probably less than 30 seconds, to be honest with you. And that's it. Done, ready, smoothie, ready to go. And so I love starting my day with this. I feel like I get all the good things that my body needs, that make my body feel good, and I'm ready to go. So I ask you, as I close my video for the day, what do you have in your morning routine, or what would you like to bring into your morning routine that might help you to feel good and stay healthy? Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great Tuesday.